Welcome back to GameVault HQ. Today, we're diving headfirst into the twisted world of Killing Time Resurrected, a revival of the 1995 cult classic FPS. This game has returned from the depths of gaming history, bringing its eerie mansion and ghostly enemies back to life for a modern audience. The question is, does it hold up in today's world, or should it have stayed a relic of the past? One thing's for sure, Killing Time Resurrected does nostalgia right. From the haunting music to the overall atmosphere, it captures the essence of the 90s FPS era with remarkable authenticity. The game is set in a mansion that feels alive in its dread and foreboding. Exploring the sprawling estate with its bizarre rooms and ghastly enemies feels like a proper trip down memory lane. The game doesn't shy away from its roots. This is unapologetically a 1995 shooter, with all the retro charm and camp that entails. The story revolves around the Sinclair Estate, owned by the enigmatic Tess Conway, an heiress who stole an ancient Egyptian artifact in an attempt to gain immortality. You play as a student of Egyptology who gets tangled up in this ghost-riddled mystery, trying to uncover secrets while being hunted by otherworldly creatures. The plot may sound simple, but it's layered with quirky moments that bring an eerie charm to the mansion and its residents. Each ghost you encounter comes with its own story, making exploration feel rewarding, even if the narrative is light by modern standards. Combat in Killing Time Resurrected will feel familiar to anyone who grew up playing classic FPS games. While the game offers a variety of weapons, including pistols, shotguns, Tommy guns, Molotov cocktails, and a special ankh, the combat can feel uneven. Some weapons, like the Tommy guns and pistols, lack impact, giving off weak sound effects that make them feel less satisfying. You get a variety of weapons, from shotguns to crossbows, to fend off the supernatural forces. The shooting mechanics are simple. This isn't a tactical shooter by any means. You shoot, you dodge, and you repeat. It's fast-paced, frantic, and just as relentless as it was decades ago. The lack of hand-holding is actually refreshing. Enemies are unforgiving, and you'll be constantly on your toes. What might surprise players, though, is the level design. The Sinclair Estate isn't just a series of linear corridors. It's more of an open-ended maze that requires exploration. You'll need to solve puzzles, find keys, and backtrack frequently due to a color-coded key system, which can become tedious without fast travel options. While this might be disorienting for some players, those who enjoy a bit of old-school trial and error will find it incredibly rewarding. Of course, not everything is perfect. The visuals have had an upgrade, including support for up to 4K resolution and 120 frames per second. But they still look distinctly retro. Players can even toggle enhancements to experience the original visuals if they prefer. For some, this may be part of the game's charm, while others might find the graphics jarring or unpolished compared to other modern remasters. Character animations are stiff, and some environments can feel a bit barren, but these retro aesthetics add an undeniable charm, making it feel like an interactive time capsule from gaming's past. Another area that may prove divisive is the voice acting. On one hand, it's delightfully campy, adding to the game's retro feel. On the other, it's not exactly high-quality acting by today's standards. Ghosts are chatty, delivering their lines with over-the-top enthusiasm, which contributes to the game's unique, unsettling vibe. If you come in expecting serious horror, you might be disappointed. But if you can appreciate a little bit of B-movie cheesiness, you're in for a treat. What really stands out, though, is the soundtrack. The eerie tunes of the original game have been faithfully reproduced, creating a haunting yet nostalgic ambience that suits the mansion perfectly. The jazzy elements of the soundtrack, while occasionally at odds with the on-screen violence, add a quirky layer to the experience. It's part of what makes this game so memorable. The music sets the tone for exploration and combat alike, making you feel like you're truly uncovering dark secrets within this haunted estate. There are definitely moments where Killing Time Resurrected shows its age, whether it's the backtracking, the lack of direction, or the sometimes clunky shooting mechanics. But for those looking for an authentic 90s FPS experience, these aren't flaws, they're features. The game embodies everything that made the original Killing Time memorable: challenging enemies, cryptic exploration, and an unforgettable setting. It's important to note that Killing Time Resurrected isn't trying to be something it's not. It doesn't try to adapt to modern sensibilities with waypoints or regenerating health. It's a love letter to the past, and it stays true to that. If you're a fan of games like Doom or Blood, or just have fond memories of 90s shooters, this is definitely worth checking out. But if you need precision graphics and modern gameplay conveniences, you may want to skip it. We give Killing Time Resurrected a solid 7 out of 10. It's a hauntingly charming blast from the past that isn't afraid to be exactly what it is, a strange, atmospheric journey through a ghost-filled mansion with plenty of retro thrills. If you're into old-school shooters, you'll find a lot to love here, even if it isn't perfect. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more classic game revivals, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Your soul belongs.